Donald Trump spoke at a chapel in my college. So apparently all the people who knew me growing up have now found my page. A woman who taught me in Sunday school messaged me that I should submit to the authority of Donald Trump because God ordained him and orchestrated this whole thing. No, God didn't. Man did this. Let me tell you how I know. So I went to Liberty University, which is Jerry Falwell School. The same Jerry Falwell who coined the moral majority phrase. The same one who teamed up with Paul Weyrich to make abortion and homosexuality the rallying points for the evangelical vote because he was so mad that Jimmy Carter said to him, you either desegregate your school or I'm taking away your tax exempt status, because this has always been about racism. Now, when I went to Liberty, it was being run by Jerry Jr. Yes, that's pool boy Jerry Jr. and his brother Jonathan, who ran Thomas Road Baptist Church. And guess who comes to speak at a chapel my senior year? Donald J. Trump. This is years before he announces his campaign, and I was just as shocked to see him in a chapel and not being burned by the sign of the cross as I was when he announced his campaign. He spoke about premarital sex and prenups, and I wondered, how could this possibly Christian organization bring this man into talk? Well, it's because they were planning his campaign from the beginning. That chapel, years before his announcement of his campaign, was them giving him the sign of the cross, the sign of permission, the sign of support, because these men are multimillionaires off the money they take from churchgoers and Christian parents who want to send their kids to a Christian school, as well as white supremacy groups. And here's the other thing. The Bible's very clear on what leadership should and shouldn't be. The Bible condemns accepting bribes or taking from the poor to justify the rich. It talks about withholding justice from people like due process. And it also talks about how Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were blessed because they refused to obey an immoral order from the king. So I'm going to ask you really quick, Carol. Yeah, I'm going to ask you, who do you think was more moral? The people who followed along with Hitler's orders or the people who defied him?